Good Monday afternoon, November 7th, 2022. And today is the day before November 8th, which is, as we all know, Election Day. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about. My name is Frank Malbon, and Malbon's Mortgage Minute is bringing you this information, and it's some very good information that those of you who have not voted should listen and listen carefully. There's something new this year. In the event that you have not voted and maybe have not registered, there is same-day registration that you can do at your precinct that you typically vote at. It's very important that you go to elections.va.gov to find out what precinct that you are located in, because it's different, particularly in Virginia Beach. This is the first time in the history of Virginia Beach that there is a quote-unquote district system instead of the normal 7-seat, 3 at large and 1 mayoral position. So there is 10 districts in Virginia Beach, so you'll need to check what district that you are voting in. I think that you'll find in some cases that it's not where you were the last time you went to the polls, which was in 2020. So please go to elections.va.gov. Further, in Virginia Beach, we're electing city council members, and not all city council members are up. There's the mayor position is not up, and there are 2 other positions that are not up as well. Same with school board. You'll be voting for school board in Virginia Beach, and they are under the same district system as the city council is. And of course, the big part of this election is centered around the 2nd congressional district, which encompasses most of Virginia Beach, most of Chesapeake, a little bit of Norfolk. So that's very different than it's been. It's not what the district was in years past, but this is a very, very important election for the country. So no matter what your choice is in this election, whether it be 2nd congressional district, city council, school board, there are no other referendums on this election. The only referendum in this election is the congressional 2nd district election. So you will choose between the Republican candidate, Jen Kiggins, or the Democratic candidate, Elaine Loria. She is a sitting 2nd congressional district representative in Congress. So be sure that you have properly vetted your candidates. You can find their information at their various websites. Make sure that you go and find out what they stand for, what their positions are, what their character is, what you can find out about them. It's so important that you know what you're voting for and who you're voting for. So do your homework before you go to the polls tomorrow. There's been a lot of votes cast. There's been a lot of early voting, which my wife and I voted 3 weeks ago. It was very easy, so keep that in mind for next year. There'll be an election next year as well. Polls open at 6 a.m. and they close at 7 p.m. and they will be open all day long. This is in Virginia Beach, any of the polls, Chesapeake, Norfolk. Also, the 1st congressional district is part of Norfolk as well, and that current representative is Bobby Scott, and his opponent representative last name is Namkung, I believe. So you may be voting for that as well. If you want your voice to be heard, do not sit on the couch tomorrow. Get up and go vote, because it's that important. You can't take anything for granted if you're for one candidate or the other candidate. Go out and have your voice heard tomorrow. But let's think enough on the election. Good luck to whomever you are supporting. The next thing I want to talk to you about is Malbon's Mortgage Minute. We talked a little bit about what's happening in the mortgage business and what we expect to see happen. I don't think I have to tell anybody about this major uptick in rates that's taken place over the past couple months. It has taken a little toll on the mortgage business as well as the real estate business, and there's some kind of good news in this. While rates have gone up, and we hope that they'll come to some sort of a decline shortly, and shortly could be 1 to 2, maybe 3 months. There are opportunities for buyers. So I have taken 2 loans in the past week, and both of those loans had closing costs paid for the buyer by the seller. So that's a little bit of a change in where the market's been. It used to be there were 5 contracts, no contingencies, no appraisal requirement, no home inspection, no nothing. You get they took the highest price contract, the one that would close the quickest. So if you are a first-time home buyer and you do not have an agent, that's your first job. Find the very best realtor that you can find, because it's important that you have somebody to represent you in this fast-moving market that is plagued by lack of inventory. The second thing you should do is call me and utilize my 33 years in the mortgage business, my experience, because it's a market that you don't want to be working with inexperienced loan officer, I guess is lack of a better word, but I've had a lot of experience, and a lot of different things have occurred in my career over this 33 years. So anyway, Tidewater Home Funding has got some great products that we are offering, and if you want to find out more about them, you can call me at 757-288-8800. I'm sorry I wasn't in last week, but there were too many things to cover. There were so many different things. There was a Plow Day, which is a new one I'll do next year. There was the Chesapeake Bay Wine Classic, which is a tremendously successful fundraiser. And there was also Old Dominion Marshall football games, so I couldn't get all of them covered, so I chose to talk about the election today.